Hey guys, Skywalker18 here. I'm actually in my basement right now, and today we're going to be looking over some of my old school Sega Genesis games. As you can tell, this is my I found this in my raw space many years ago. I've had this for about 20 years. I've played it when I was a little kid. My dad actually had it. Under certain circumstances, the original console got stolen, and don't want to get into detail with that, but anyways, I still have some games left over. I actually have a virtual console that you can plug in that plays the old cartridges, and I'm going to show you a few of them that I still have salvaged. First one I have, John Madden Football 92. Now this one was I used to love playing this when I was a kid. This was the first Madden game that I played growing up and all that stuff. And then it kind of cartridge kind of burned out on me, so I haven't played this in a while, and it kind of might as well just blow it out. So, Monopoly. Now, this one was my favorite. This was the game I grew up with playing. We would always have a party. It'd be me, my uncle, my dad, and everybody that would play that together. Very complex game, though. Risk. Now, this is one of my dad's favorite games growing up. I used to remember seeing my dad play this game every day. And, he would always have the game, hog the console for hours just to play that. It's really hard, though, but my dad could play it. Barney's Hide and Seek. Okay, for someone who was 2 years old, Barney was like my thing to watch. This was released in 1993, around the time I was born, and Barney was pretty much one of the popular trends. And Sega and Real Time Associates decided, hey, why don't we make a Barney video game? And this is how this came about. It's fun to play for, preschool age kids. This was like one of the early childhood games that many people remember growing up. Yeah, and it's still on YouTube. It's still talked about to this day. You hear a lot of rants and all that stuff, and it's dubbed one of the shitty games and all that stuff. But still, it's a cult game for many old school Sega gamers. So yeah. This came with the Sega Genesis package, of course, Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic was like my thing. I love Sonic, and I don't want to go into rants about it, but I also, still play it once in a while. It's still fun to play. Mortal Kombat. Now, this baby right here was one of my favorite fighting games growing up. Of course, it was, mature rating, but I didn't know it back then, but that's why I was so used to mature games when I was a little kid. I understood the blood and all that stuff and all that. Which leads me to my favorite, Mortal Kombat 2. This came out around the time I was born. It was also released for Super Nintendo, and I also learned about how games can become for different consoles. And I do like the artwork on this thing. Look at that. It's like awesome. Super WrestleMania, one of the first WWE games I remember playing as a kid. Only one I had, actually. You see Shawn Michaels, DiBiase, IRS, British Bulldog, Hogan, Papa Chapo, Macho Man, and The Warrior. 1992, part of the thing just fell off. You see Flying Edge, one of the joint companies of Acclaim, also responsible for making the Simpsons game and all that stuff. So there you go. And Flicky, one of the popular arcade games made by Sega, released for the Genesis around the time. Very popular. And all that. So, yeah. Finally, Clue, one of the other Parker Brothers games that they released for the Genesis. Very complex. and very fun to play with for those who were a fan of the board game. It also was, I also remember they actually made a clue for the PC actually in 1998 by Hasbro when they took over the rights. And that's pretty much it. Well, this is the original box that we had for the original console, the one that we got stolen. But now we got this. This is the classic gaming console that I got at Ultra Foods for about $40. It's worth it though, because it has built-in games. Its games are built in already, but it can still play the old cartridges. You see Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 and 3. You see some of the other games that they have, including Flicky, Sonic, and all that. Some of them they even have some of the arcade games. Another one I have actually is a PlayStation 3 thing called Sonic Genesis Collection. And so that's pretty much all of my Sega Genesis games that I have in my collection. Hopefully I'll add some more in the future, and I'll probably talk about it later. And hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll probably do another game collection video really soon. So, peace.